CeeDee Lamb, Tyreek Hill. Now, who's going to have the best season in the 24-25 NFL season? Who's going to be the most impactful for their team? Leo Maceo, what are your thoughts, sir?
Man, I'm going with CeeDee Lamb.
Oh.
The reason I'm going with CeeDee Lamb is because he was second in the NFL in receiving yards, and he was right behind Tyreek Hill. But they were closer. They had more wins, and they got a better team than the Miami Dolphins, and they got a better quarterback to me.
Mm-hmm.
So all that plays a factor in the productivity for these two receivers. I see one of the main reasons CeeDee Lamb is going to have a better year on the stat side and on the W side and playoffs, and they might go to the championship. You never know. They get a running back, they might go to the championship.
Mm-hmm.
The main reason is because Dak Prescott, he needs to renew his contract, so he got to show out. And CeeDee Lamb is getting a new contract, and Micah Parsons is getting a new contract. So that's the three of their main stars that have to show out this year to make sure they get the money. And so with that, with Dak Prescott, he has to show out. He ain't gonna make that much mistakes. He gonna put it right on the numbers for CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb got targeted more times than Tyreek Hill. He had 181 targets last year, and he received the ball more times. He caught the ball more times, 135. It's compared to Tyreek Hill, 119. So Dak Prescott has to go out there this year, prove that he is the quarterback for the Cowboys, and they don't have to wait for nobody else or trade for anybody else. So he's gonna put up high numbers, and on that, and in effect, with that effect, it's gonna give CeeDee Lamb more numbers. He's gonna have more touchdowns, and possibly with Micah Parsons and CeeDee Lamb, they're gonna have more W's than what you see with the Miami Dolphins. And CeeDee Lamb is just gonna be better than Tyreek Hill, overall to me.
I'm honestly, bro, like, it might be the homer in me. You know, y'all see the Miami Heat, Miami Hurricanes. So, you know, Miami Dolphins, we on deck too. So it might be a little homer bias, but honestly, bro, it's Tyreek Hill. And honestly, to me, it's not even close. And the best way that I can put this to you is you can give Tyreek Hill to any quarterback in the NFL, and he's doing the same damn thing. I don't know if we can say that about CeeDee Lamb. And it's not that CeeDee Lamb's not as good as Tyreek Hill or whatever. Like he's trash. Like, well, I'm saying he's not as good as Tyreek Hill, but I'm not saying that CeeDee Lamb's trash. I'm saying that in the sense that what makes Tyreek Hill so unique is his ability to separate. And, you know, CeeDee gets separation too as a route technician and his speed, but the short burst ability, his agility, his cheetah-like movements gets him open so much that, you know, Patrick Mahomes, you know, that was a great situation. I mean, that couldn't get any better for Tyreek Hill to have. And now he's with Tua, and Tua, you know, Tua's no stud, but he's a very solid quarterback. I think he's good enough to win a Super Bowl if you put a good defense around him. So I don't think he's trash either. But at the same time, he's been in two good situations, Tyreek Hill, that is, where, because he's got the offensive coordinator to match it. And so with Tyreek Hill coming in this season, they're going to try to crack the tooth, you know, clip it. I called this. All right, clip this. And then running back after he has his 2,000-yard receiving season, Tyreek Hill, that is. So he's going to have 2,000 yards. He wants to be the first to do it. And I think he has the ability to do it. And honestly, I think he's got the offensive coordinator and coach that's maniacal enough to draw it up. Because I think they both tried to make that happen the last two seasons. And last year was going to be the year. But, you know, some things happened where he got nicked up and he couldn't go as much. But I think that's the goal that they're shooting for, and I think they're going to be able to achieve it this season. I think they're really trying to go there with it. So it's no knock on CeeDee Lamb, but um, I'm not as big of a believer in what I saw last year. Honestly, not from CeeDee Lamb, but in the Cowboys offense. Like I couldn't believe what I was watching, and they're going to have to prove me wrong this season because I don't think they can do that again. The offense, that is. So, but I know that the Dolphins has got a cut and paste offense at this point, and it's going to show up because that's our bread and butter. The bread and butter for the Cowboys was that defense that was going
Yeah.
hammer for them. And but they, last year their offense was going crazy too. So that's what I'm saying. Like we'll see what happens. But honestly, I think Tyreek's got it. But you got anything more on that one, or yeah, I mean,
I'm going 100% with CeeDee Lamb. You got too many people who got to step up to the plate to get money for their family and get a new contract. So that's the biggest difference right there.
yeah.
Like Miami Dolphins, but you know what? You never know what the Miami Dolphins gonna do because you also got Waddle, who basically got the same speed as Tyreek Hill. So you never know what Miami Dolphins got planned up to draw out. So Tyreek Hill may have more rushing yards than CeeDee Lamb next year. So you never know. So
yeah, that's true too.
You got two of the fastest wide receivers on one team. So let's see what they cook out. Let's see what the Miami Dolphins cook up.
Yeah, I mean, I hope we actually do something big this year. Beyond, I mean, I want at least an entry into the Super Bowl. I'd be happy with that, honestly, as a Dolphin fan. But once we get there, I'm gonna want to win it. But I'll be satisfied at least getting there at least. But that's how bad it's gotten, guys. That I'm just hoping to at least get there as a Dolphin fan. But what are y'all's thoughts? All right, Tyreek Hill, CeeDee Lamb, who's going to have the most productive season in the 24-25 season coming up? And honestly, who's going to have the better fantasy year? Because I already know CeeDee Lamb is going ahead of Tyreek Hill in all these drafts already. But sometimes, bro, I done took Tyreek over CeeDee. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? But let us know down in the comment section who you guys think is going to have the better season. Until the next time, guys, this is Dogon SS. That is Leo Maceo. This is the Keep On Moving podcast show. Until the next time, guys. Peace. Skr, skr.